Okay, so here's what happened. Yesterday's co-op Warpless race between the teams of Ace and Roy versus Cosmic and Sonic unfortunately lost some impact due to the fact that I missed recording the very first half. And here we have Cosmic behind us now, so that's interesting. Okay, that's fair. But, so, in the meantime, what I've done is I've asked the players if they want to do a rematch because, they missed half the feed. Again, entirely my fault. For those viewers of NES Block who got the first time around, I apologize. I don't know if you're going to see the first take, but I recall Ace and Roy won the race. But in this case, we're going to have Tecate on first in place of Cosmic, and we're going to do a rematch of the race. The team on the right will start on commentary, alternating between players who are currently not active. When Rupert shows up, he will switch over to full-time commentary as he was for the original. So, yeah, just wanted to make sure that was acknowledged. Thank you so much.
Alright, hello everyone, my name is SuperSonic71087. I'll be the commentary for the duration of however long my duration is. Anyways, we got GTAce on Mario and Roy on Luigi for Team 1, and then on Team 2 we got Tecate as Mario and then myself as Luigi. So we're going to go ahead and give a countdown. And you guys ready?
Someone closer to me do the countdown.
Okay, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright. So 1-1, we see that GTAce is going for the mushroom and Tecate is staying small. We're going to go into the underground section here to get through the majority of the stage. We can see if they're going to go for flagpole glitch here. Could be a possibility. Okay, Tecate goes for it. Doesn't get flagpole glitch. GTAce is also going for it. Doesn't get it either. That's pretty much how this game goes, like trying to go for glitches and such. So, oh well, still a good start. No deaths, so we never want to die in World 1. So. Alright, so 1-2 is coming up. Tecate is going to remain small here. Going to make some very technical jumps while GTAce grabs the Fire Flower. Ooh.
And now SuperSonic's going to play. And I'm going to commentate. That jump is a little difficult. It's a small window for both those jumps, and I just missed it. So SuperSonic, we'll see what strategy he uses. He's also going with Small Mario here, or Small Luigi, I should say. Going for the flagpole glitch, and almost gets it as well. And 6 fireworks, so Team 2 over here off to a flying start, whereas GTAce is going into 1-3 as Big Fire Mario, so nice start for Team 1 over there. So GTA's getting a 260 because he didn't have to grab power-ups there. SuperSonic gets the jump that I missed. And perfectly nails the pipe jumps. And a nice clean 1-2 for SuperSonic. GTAce, meanwhile, is in 1-4. This is our first castle level. If you kill Bowser with fire, it is a little bit slower than, of course, just jumping over him, but then it makes up a whole bunch of time because you don't have to wait for the bridge collapse animation. Really nice fire kill by GTAce. You don't have to wait for the bridge collapse animation and then Bowser to fall in the lava, so nicely done by GTAce. And SuperSonic, meanwhile, into 1-3. He's going to grab his first power-up here. Gets the mushroom, and GTAce, meanwhile, sniping some Piranha Plants in 2-1. So SuperSonic gets a 257. Optimal would be a very high 258, or like a really low 259. So that's going to lose 2 frame rules versus super optimal world record strat, 1 frame rule versus the common strat for that. And he gets the nice fast grab there. Doesn't quite get the fast acceleration in 1-4, but still a really nice start to 1-4. And World 1 for SuperSonic, and now it's his turn to go after Bowser. solid fire kill there, and GTAce into our first water level. So there are 2 water levels, 2-2 and 7-2, which is just a rehash of 2-2. There's also a water section in the 8-4 maze puzzle castle, but this is one of our 2 full water levels here, and couple of tight spots, but you know, if you have fire, it's really not too bad to blast the cheeps and the bloopers out of the way, and hopefully, you know, no bad patterns or anything like that. Very nice by GTAce, perfect water for him, 316 pipe exit, while Supersonic with the 345, perfect 2-1. So a couple nice runs going on here by GTAce and Supersonic. Supersonic now will be heading into the water section for his turn to swim. GTAce on to 2-3, our first cheap dash. So these cheeps, the flying cheeps are coming at you, and hopefully you don't get the dreaded bad cheep. There is one that can be really tricky in one spot, but not going to happen with GTAce. He'll be pretty comfortable through the rest of the level. I expect a flagpole glitch attempt here. Oh, you ducked. Never mind. No flagpole glitch attempt for GTAce. And Supersonic getting caught by a fish there, so loses his fire flower in SMB1. If you take a hit as Big Mario or as Big Fire Mario, you just go straight to Small Mario, or in this case Luigi. Took a hit there, and will have to power up, and he'll probably do so in 2-3 and 2-4, I would assume, because that'll give him a chance to fire kill Bowser in 2-4 as well. Nice 2-4 from GTAce, 261 on the timer. And Supersonic going into 2-3 for his cheap dash. It can be a little scary to get the power up in this level if you kind of get a cheap that comes at you as you're grabbing the power up. So we'll have to see how Supersonic handles that and what the game gives him. a little scary there, but he is clean on the power up. And we'll have to watch what the timer is as well, because very often you can get close to some fireworks with the power up grab. So GTAce blasting his way through 3-1 onto the stair section, snipes the first Koopa over the second Koopa. Perfect 347 for GTAce in 3-1. There's a couple optional ways to do the stairs there in 3-1. You can snipe both Koopas, you can hit the first and go over the second, and that's the method GTAce prefers. Supersonic, meanwhile, grabbing power up in 2-4, so now he is back to Big Fire at Luigi. And Supersonic, nice, oh, just gets the axe. GTAce with the thank you Goofy strategy to despawn that last Goomba there to give you a little bit more room before the stair climb there. That is a despawn strategy that has been known about for a while, but Goofy Chocobo came up with a way of shooting the fireballs right in tune with the music. When it goes da-da-da, you shoot 3 fireballs to those audio cues. And so now, Supersonic is on to World 3. We did see he grabbed the axe versus Bowser, so we got to see that bridge collapse animation that I was talking about, where the bridge collapses and Bowser falls in. That costs about 3 seconds, 2.5, 3 seconds, something like that. So you see Supersonic with the other 3-1 strategy of sniping both the Koopas. So very nicely done there, and Supersonic will head into 3-2, while GTAce heads into 3-4. 3-4 is interesting. If you don't know the frame rule you're on, you'll have to be a little bit careful with the Potaboos here. So GTAce taking it a little bit safe on that first Potaboo. A nice stop there, and unfortunately plunging into the lava. So now each team with 1 death. Team 1 in 3-4 and Team 2 in 1-2. So Supersonic does an extra despawn there. He despawns 2 of the Goombas before the stairs there in 3-2. So he also has the proper coin count after 3-2. Now Roy taking over. He also went for the mushroom strategy in 1-1 as Luigi. And Supersonic in 3-3, a pretty comfortable level. Really the hardest thing about 3-3 is not pressing A too early on those moving platforms and then dropping your input, not dropping your input, but pressing A frame early and then missing your jump on the moving platforms. Other than that, it's a pretty comfortable level. Roy powering up in 1-2 for fire strats. Supersonic over the first Potaboo. And he goes for the safety strat as well. That last Podoboo a little high, but nice maneuvering to get over it, and a beautiful Bowser kill. Roy, clean. Yeah, those 3-4 Bowsers are really nice. Looking good these days. Roy cleanly threw 1-2 onto 1-3. He won't have to grab power up here, so we'll see a fairly comfortable, and as Supersonic takes a bonk in 4-1, see a fairly comfortable 1-3 for Roy. So 2 relatively easy levels based off of what we have here. If we got 4-1 and 1-3 with power up, so hopefully we have no issues here. So Supersonic's not going to be able to go for the flagpole glitch because he had that little bonk at the beginning of the level. Roy perfectly threw 1-3, but you did see Supersonic do a little turnaround jump and shoot fireballs in tune to the music, so a little swag there in 4-1. Yeah, shoutouts to Cosmic. I'm actually Cosmic because I was, supposed to be Cosmic sitting here, but because of the reschedule, I am here. So I'm actually the world record holder in Warpless with an 1859, but no, shoutouts to Cosmic. That's a strategy that he does, not strategy, but that's some swag he does in tune to the music there. Beautiful for Roy in 1-4. Nice Bowser kill, 262 on the timer, excellent. And Supersonic in 4-2. We did see one bonk, yeah, so he will have to avoid a 3 on the timer. If you get a 1, a 3, or a 6 in the ones digit of your timer, then you will see fireworks. And we've already seen the 6 version from Supersonic in 1-1. So he had to avoid the 3 version of the fireworks in 4-2. Meanwhile, Roy clean through 2-1. Perfect 345 on the timer, while Supersonic's in 4-3. He's going to go for what we call... Well, there it is. Rip that. He was going to go for something we call Sky Boots, which is where if you don't slow down at all in the level and then jump from a 2-frame window on that last moving platform, Mario, or in Luigi in this case, will be 1 pixel above the block on the flag, and that 1 pixel will make a 2-frame difference in how fast he walks to the castle, which is enough to save a frame rule, but he took that bonk, so he lost that frame rule anyway. Roy in the swim level now, and we'll see how this first tight section is for him. Just killing the blooper. Supersonic getting the wall clip in 4-4. Nice, fast swag. Excellent stuff to see there, and let's see how the Bowser kill goes. Good Bowser kill, 351 on the timer, so well done by Supersonic in 4-4. Roy so far a clean 2-2. And 315 on the timer. Optimal will be 316, so losing only 1 frame rule, no big deal there. You got a high enough 315 to only lose 1 frame rule in that level. A frame rule being 0.35 seconds. This game checks for level completion every 21 frames, and that equates to about 0.35 seconds with a little over 60 FPS running NES. So Supersonic in World 5, Roy getting close to the bad cheeps there, but nice duck jumps. He had 3 pretty tight cheeps there, but really good duck jumps by Roy to avoid getting hit by the cheeps. So Supersonic coming into 5-2, he gets the troll bill shot, losing his power up, and he will grab power up right here. 5-2 is nice because there are a lot of power ups, so if you do take hits, and he gets the rebound on the hammer as well, but 2 hits already, but there are still more power-ups for him to grab here. Good bros, and he's going to grab a power-up here, while Roy is in 2-4. And grabs the power-up there. So Supersonic all powered up, Roy through 2-4, and into World 3. Supersonic coming to 5-3 with the dreaded bad bills. We saw the bad bill in 5-2. Will he get any bad bills in 5-3? All bills are avoidable, but some are tougher than others, so we'll see. Has to bonk that first bullet bill. And you want to stomp on that Goomba to make sure there's no sprite overload. And he does get kind of a trolley bill after hitting that Koopa. No way to avoid that if you do stomp that Koopa. So he loses his power up in 5-3, while Roy with a perfect 347 in 3-1. So Supersonic will have to try to power up somewhere. We'll see what strategies he employs. Grabs the mushroom, and that'll also set up good fire bars for him. A variant of the RoyLT good bar strategy. Takes a hit there, and he'll have to power up in 6-1, gets the forward Bowser. Meanwhile, Roy thanking Goofy. and a perfect 245 in 3-2. So on to 3-3 for Roy. In the World 6 for Supersonic, he will need to power up. There are two pretty comfortable power-up grabs. The second one could be a little trolly with Lakitu throwing some spinies in a perfectly placed precarious pit. Perfectly placed precarious pit. That was some good alliteration, Tecate. So Supersonic grabbing the first power-up. And grabbing the second power-up. The spinies, a little bit trolly there, as I mentioned, they could be, so he had to wait a little bit for them to come down. Smart to wait there, and 3:38 on the timer. Roy in the 3-4, his turn in the Potaboo Gauntlet. Over the first Potaboo, no problem. There's a strat you can do there if you just full jump from the end of one of those platforms. As long as you don't get the highest possible Potaboo, you'll clear it. So he was gambling on no highest possible Potaboo. And beautiful 260 for Roy in 3-4 without needing too much safety there. So excellent by Roy. Supersonic into 6-2, a very technical level, possibly the most technical level in the run. Lots of plants you need to snipe out of the way to go as fast as possible. We did see a little tiny hiccup there, but a 341 on the timer is 1 in-game second worse than what we would want to do at 342. You can get a 343, but of course that would give you 3 fireworks for the 3 in the 1s digit of the timer. So there we go. Roy in 4-1. We'll see. He's going for the flagpole glitch and didn't quite get it. And Supersonic with a death.
Alright, back on the mic I go after dying in 6-3. So we got Tecate back in 1-2. He's going to remain small here. He's going to do the shell kick strat, which is a little safer to avoid any of the Koopa Goombas that are in the section. Roy's heading into 4-2 right now. Let's see which route he takes. I believe he takes top route here. Yeah, he's taking top route. So there's actually no time loss between the two routes. So you can either go the top route or the bottom route. So still not going to lose any frame rules or anything like that. So now we see Tecate going into 1-3. Yeah, shout out to proper point count for Royce. So, alright, so Tecate is in 1-3. He will be going for the mushroom here. Alright. As long as we get the power up, that's all that matters. So now Roy is heading into 4-3. He's going to try to go for the Sky Boots frame rule, which I tried to go for, but I bonked like in the middle of the stage. So as long as you hold right and not bonk into anywhere, you could get 1 pixel of sky underneath Mario's boots, hence the name Sky Boots. Yeah, looks like he got it there. So now he's going to be heading into 4-4, while Tecate is going for the small fire Mario strat. So the way how this strat works, as you will see in just a moment here. So what Tecate did just now, he touched Bowser and the axe at the same time. So basically what the game is thinking is that he completed the level, however he got hit as well, so it's going to retain him in his big state. So once he goes into 2-1, he's going to get a mushroom here, turning him small. And then next, the power-up will be the Fire Flower, thus giving him the small fire Mario. So now he has the luxury of having a smaller hitbox. I don't know what that was, but probably a bit overzealous there on the fireballs. So now that he got hit, so he's back to the big state, which is like a very bad state to be in, especially with this glitch. The way to lose it is by dying, so you would have to redo the glitch again in the next castle. So you can only set it up in any of the castles from 1-4 to 7-4, but ideally we would want to set it up anytime before 5-4, because afterwards he will start throwing hammers. So Roy is heading into 5-2. He's actually small right now. Missed a hit on there while I was explaining the small Fire Mario glitch. So thankfully he will regain power-ups in 5-2 since there are 4 power-ups you can grab. He's got the first one here. And the second one. We're in a bit of trouble trying to grab the power-up. Alright. So, Tecate is actually dealing with a pretty rough cheap and blooper pattern in 2-2. Had to take it safe since he's only big right now, so he does look small, but he's technically big, so he could take a hit, but ultimately he wants to grab the Fire Flower back in 2-3. And now we see Roy heading into 5-3, which is a redo level of 1-3, except we got bullet bills this time, and shorter platform. So he did stomp on a Koopa, particularly to not despawn the second platform, otherwise that would result in the death. He ends up getting a 216 5-3, while Tecate is heading into 2-3. Alright, so 5-4, Roy's going to implement his strat that he created. It's called the RoyLT Good Bars. So by standing at the power-up block at 292, he will get good firebar patterns every single time. Let's see how it plays a little safe in the photo booth section. Go ahead and do the fire kill on Bowser. Tecate tried to go for a flag poke glitch there, but didn't get it. That was a good attempt though. Alright, looks like Tecate will be going for the Fire Flower here in 2-4. Yeah, so there we go. And then Roy's in 6-1, which is pretty much like 4-1. You got the Locky to deal with. Not many enemies here, just the Locky and the Piranha Plant. Gonna see a fire kill from Tecate here. While Roy finishes up 6-1. Alright, so Tecate heading into 3-1. With Small Fire Mario intact. Then Roy's heading into 6-2, which is arguably a lot of people's favorite stage due to sniping a bunch of Piranha Plants. If you're playing a small Mario, you can do like really cool pipe jumps in the stage. So ultimately 6-2 is like a very favorite level for a lot of people. Tecate going for a very safe strat there. Avoiding the Koopas. While Roy gets a 341 on the timer, so he can get one firework, which doesn't really lose any time at all. So now we got Tecate going into 3-2, while Roy's in 3-3, or 6-3, excuse me. Which is the level that I died on. So he's taking the top route there, which is a more safer route than what I did, because I was trying to go with the bottom route, which is what I'm more used to. See Tecate finishing up 3-2 and Roy finishing up 6-3. And now Roy's heading into 6-4, which is the same as 1-4, except there's more Potaboos, more fire bars, and then Bowser will be starting to throw hammers. So gonna take it a little safe here to line up the fire bars in the middle section. And a bit of a tricky fire bar there, but manages to get through. Now we're gonna see Bowser coming up. Forward Bowser, shoot some fireballs. A little bit of lag because of the hammers on the screen. And we get the proper coin count from Tecate's screen as well. Alright, so 3-4 for Tecate. He's going to take it a little safe on the first Potaboo. That could be a bit tricky because of the height of the Potaboo. Roy takes a hit on the Koopa in 7-1. He's going to see if he's going to regain the power up here towards the end of the stage. Alright, looks like he is. Oh, is he gonna go for it? Nope. He's not gonna go for bullet bill glitch at 7-1. Alright, so we got Tecate in 4-1. Got the bop on the Lakaju. Pretty much a straightaway stage. With no worries really. Just got a couple of Piranha Plants that he can snipe down with the Fire Flower. And we got Roy heading into 7-2. He's going to do the duck strat, which is basically making Mario Luigi's hitbox in half. So as you can notice that his head just barely grazed the coins. He can actually avoid some scary situations here, just like those bloopers that he just ran through. So it's a very nice strat to have while you're in the big state without the Fire Flower. Bit of a scary, very scary instance there. Pardon me. Oh no! Roy just soft locked in 7-2. Tecate is just, I don't know. A lot of chaos going on here after seeing Roy getting soft locked in 7-2. So Roy has to wait out the timer so GTAce can go up. So what happened was while Roy was in the duck swim state, there was a very tiny gap in at the end of the stage there. Oh.
Alright, so that was chaos. And, alright, well, I'm just trying to make this game a little closer because we had to...
Very dumb death by me. Alright, so back at 4-3 for Tecate. Roy is still just chilling in 7-2. I have no words, to be honest with you. That is a very rare situation to be soft locked in SME1. Yeah, one of the other Mario runners did the same thing as well. Alright, so Tecate is heading into 4-4. He's only big right now. There are no power-ups to grab in 4-4. So, let's see what he decides to do here. Time is almost up for Roy, so GTAce will be taking over. He tried to go for the clip there. He got the pixel, but didn't actually clip through the wall. Does save a couple frame rules. And then, of course, Bowser's like the big gauntlet here. Does get over him, so that's good. Alright, so now that time expired for Luigi in 7-2, it's GTAce's turn, who's in 3-4 currently. And he dies to the photo booth. So luckily, Roy was in the checkpoint, so he should be able to complete the stage now that he's not big and can't clip into the pipe anymore. Or like the wall of the pipe. Tecate was doing star strats in 5-1, which is actually a good idea to preserve the mushroom at least. So he has an opportunity to get fire at the start of the stage. Gonna watch out for the troll bill, which does shoot. Gonna go ahead and re-grab the fire flower here. And then Roy's heading into 7-3, which is a clone of 2-3, just with more cheap Jeeps and added Koopas to the mix. Ooh, very nice fire kill there from Tecate. Alright, slows down just slightly to avoid the 6 on the timer. Roy does grab the power up, but unfortunately gets hit by the cheap Jeep. So he's going to remain small until 8-2, which is the next power up to grab, unless he decides to go small only throughout the rest of the run, or his portion of the run. Tecate back up with fire. He's going to stop that Goomba, which will keep the platform from despawning. Ooh, just barely ducks underneath that bullet bill there. And gets through 5-3 just fine. So Roy's heading into the maze castle. So there's 2 sections of the maze, so this goes bottom, middle, top, and then the second portion is top, middle, top. That should take you directly to Bowser. Now we see Tecate also doing the royal good bar strat in 5-4 to get good fire bars in the middle section. Oh. Yeah, kind of went a bit risky there, but that's okay. He'll have opportunity to grab 2 power-ups again in 6-1. Roy's in World 8 now. It's going to stay small, probably for the duration of the world, but we'll see what he does. He's play it safe in 8-1, not going to go for any pipe jumps. Very wise decision. Let's see Tecate re-grab the power-ups here in 6-1. Alright, so Roy is just about halfway through 8-1 right now. There are no checkpoints in World 8 at all, so any death that he or anybody else takes,
So, back to Supersonic. So, Supersonic in 6-3. Avoiding a 6 on the timer, nicely done. Meanwhile, Roy in 8-2 grabs a power up and heading over to the big gap. my goodness, that's an interesting Koopa pattern for Roy there. And takes a hit to the Goomba. Let's see if he doesn't get Bullet Bill Glitch. GTAce in 3-4. And Supersonic through 6-4. A lot going on here. So GTAce is down to 1 life remaining. Supersonic into 7-1 as Big Fire Mario, so he'll be able to blast his way through the Hammer Brothers. GTAce makes it through 3-4 as Big Mario, so he will get another power-up probably in 4-1. And Supersonic with a perfect 352 in 7-1. GTAce, meanwhile, getting back to Big Fire Mario status here. So it's been quite the interesting run for both teams here. A little bit reminiscent of the run that didn't actually get fully recorded there. So that's what happens in marathons. They're fun. In live runs, you never know what'll happen and what crazy things will happen. So Supersonic in 7-2, which once again is a repeat of 2-2, but with more enemies. So more cheeps, more bloopers, etc. Oh, and he just got a really tight pattern there. He couldn't kill all 3 at once and just had to take a hit there. He did get a double kill, but it still wasn't enough to clear out the whole pathway there. So Supersonic back to small Luigi. I almost said small Mario, small Luigi. And in at the end of 7-2. Meanwhile, GTA's going bottom route 4-2. With perfect 350 on the timer there. So GTAce will be heading into 4-3, where he will make his attempt at getting the Sky Boots frame rule and Cosmic Sonic into 7-3. I always mess up Cosmic and Sonic. It's a given. Oh, he gets the turnaround Koopa. So if a Cheep makes contact with one of the Koopas there, he can turn them around. Gonna have to wait here, and he had a bad Cheep. He also was gonna get the power up, so that actually ended up working out very nicely for Supersonic. Has to duck under there, nicely done. A little bit trolly, and GTAce getting the Sky Boots, it looked like. So very nicely done in 4-3 for GTAce. We'll see if he goes for the clip in 4-4. Supersonic had some nervy moments there in 7-3 with the trolley patterns, but nicely done in 7-3 for Supersonic as Big Luigi. Here comes GTAce. Getting the clip, well done. Nice duck under the fire bar there. Oh, and a really tight pattern there. He's going to get hit by the Potaboo. And Supersonic under Bowser in 7-4 on his way to World 8.
I was like watching him because I was like, oh.
And yeah, Supersonic, I missed what happened to Supersonic, but apparently he had a little mishap while he was watching GTAce have his own Bowser fight mishap. So all the mishaps going on here among some of the top SMB Warpless runners in the world. That's just how speedrunning goes. You can be an amazing, excellent runner and things still happen. That's why we do what we do, because it is very difficult and it's a nice challenge for everyone. Supersonic in 8-1 hits the star block to change the subpixel, but he's already slowed down, so it's not going to matter. But that would normally be the star block you hit to avoid getting bad judges. And keeping the frame rule in 8-1. GTAce, meanwhile, powering up in 5-2. Supersonic through 8-1, 194 on the timer. GTAce, nice jump over the Koopa there. And now he is back to Big Fire Mario status. Supersonic into 8-2. Nice duck. And he will leap from cannon to cannon. Pop that Koopa and grab the power up here. So now he is Big Fire Luigi. Coming over to the pit section. Gets past the Koopa section, and he is on to 8-3. Nicely done. GTAce, meanwhile, clean through 5-3. No problem there for GTAce. Heading into 5-4, where undoubtedly we will once again see the Royal Good Bars from GTAce. 8-3 is very nice to have Fire Flower. I cannot tell you enough how important it is to have Fire Flower in 8-3 because then you just get to blast the Hammer Brothers out of the way. Whereas if you don't, then it becomes a much more interesting level, let's just put it that way. So, see Supersonic taking out the Hammer Brothers, GTAce going with the safe strat that I probably should have gone for, and nice and clean through 5-4. Supersonic clean through 8-3 into the final level, 8-4. GTAce into World 6. Should be a comfortable 6-1 for him since he's fully powered up. Supersonic in 8-4. 8-4 is a maze level. You have to figure out the right pipes and the right path to take, etc. But since we all play this game so much, we know where we're going. Doing the 2-frame wall jump setup there, that'll give him a 2-frame window to hit that jump. Nicely done. GTAce clean through 6-1. And now we go to the turnaround room because you have to turn around to go back this pipe to trigger the wrong warp. So it's faster than the intended pipe is actually further off to the right. But if you go to the right and just trick the game into thinking you're going to the next pipe, you can go back into this first pipe and it'll take you to the water section the other pipe is intended to take you to. Supersonic not soft locking. GTAce in 6-2, the most technical level here. And Supersonic in there. I'm going to hand the mic back to him.
You gotta hold the B button for a moment. All right. Oh. So, Tecate takes a death. They should go back to 6-1 now. So a lot of deaths happening in World 6 right now. So GTA 6 death in 6-3. Roy is back on 8-2 where he died attempting a bullet bill glitch. A lot of mishaps happening for all of us here. But thankfully I'm through, so I don't have to play for the rest of the game, thankfully. Well, I'll just be talking for the remainder of this race. So we're going to see what Roy goes for here. Is he going to attempt BBG again? No, he's not. I think he learned his lesson trying to go for the first time. So now we see Tecate heading into 6-2. Going to snipe a lot of piranha plants. Pretty good stage to practice as well, especially with, you know, trying to practice the fire flower strats. Oh, but he does get an unfortunate Buzzy Beetle there. Never seen that before, actually. Oh! So apparently Tecate is in second quest because of there are no Goombas that are shown. So this would be a bit of a situation for him. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Meanwhile, Roy's in 8-4, final stage of the game as Big Luigi. Tecate opts to remain small here. Okay, so Roy's going for the 2-frame wall jump setup here. Gets the pixel, but he didn't jump. So. All right, so now Roy goes into the wrong warp section, second to last room, heading into the water area. Tecate is gonna take the safe strat here. Get underneath these fire bars. Alright, Roy's in the final room. Gets through the hammers and grabs the axe to finish Bowser, so both Luigis are basically made it through the game. So now it's up to the Marios to catch up and finish up as well. It's kind of funny that Luigi gets the girl first, so now Tecate is in 7-1 while GTAce is in 6-3 with 1 life left, so he's gonna have to be careful here. Okay, we got some good Hammer Bro patterns for Tecate. Oh, got a trolley one at the end there. It's okay, he can still grab the mushroom here. Oh, he takes a death. Oh wait, why is Luigi here? I gotta die on purpose because I was supposed to. Since he's in second quest, I come back, but I'm just gonna intentionally take that. So and it's going directly to Mario. So, wow. Anywho, wow. So we see GTAce just barely squeezing under Bowser. Oh man, I hope you all enjoy this race. This is such a train wreck, but it's amazing to see. So now GTAce is pretty much in the same scenario with 1 life left. So he has Fire Flower back, so he's going to try to keep it throughout the rest of the game. Meanwhile, Tecate is in 7-2 of second quest. So basically what triggered second quest is that I completed first quest, and he accidentally took a death in 6-1, Tecate did. So when he went back to the title screen, it automatically set the game to second quest because of 1 completion. So technically we're playing like the third half of the game, like the 2/3 of it. So, you know, I don't know, math is hard. So yeah, so from 6-1 all the way to the end, Tecate will be on second quest for the remainder of the game. And I do come back to life apparently, so anytime it comes to me, I'm just gonna intentionally die so it stays on Mario. So just to clarify that, I already completed the game. Getting scary cheeps here. Barely getting through with 240. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, so GTAce is gonna, I believe he's gonna re-grab the mushroom here. Getting really scary patterns. He does hit the power-up block. Thankfully doesn't get hit there. Alright, so we see Tecate get through 7-4, so he's in the final world of the game. Take it safe if you have to. Alright, so GTAce is in 7-4 with Big Mario, so he could take a hit if needed, but ultimately he may want to keep the power up, so... Oh my god. Second quest is very scary because the enemies move at a faster speed. There are no more Goombas at all, so you will be seeing Fuzzy Beetles replace them. So GTAce gets the favorable forward Bowser while in the big state. Meanwhile, Tecate is taking the star for 8-1, which is a really smart idea, especially in this state. Gonna see what GTAce ends up doing. So Tecate gets 3 fireworks, but it doesn't matter. He's only gonna lose about a second here. GTAce is also playing 8-1 pretty safely and not going for the pipe jumps just to preserve his power up. He may re-grab the Fire Flower in 8-2. Meanwhile, Tecate is in 8-2 himself. We're gonna see what strategies he goes for here. Alright, he's gonna grab the mushroom here. He's gonna go for the Xerox BBBB strat, which is... I always forget this. Oh my god! Okay. I think it's Bonk, Rush, Boing, Bounce. There we go. Shout out to Xerox Fiend, who is also a fellow Mario runner that came up with the strat in 8-2. Now, GTAce is also in 8-2. He is going for the Fire Flower. Tecate is gonna also grab the Fire Flower as well. Hammer Bro was being a bit guardy there. Guardy is not a word, I just made that up. But anyway, he's gonna go ahead and shoot down these Hammer Bros. Just gotta make sure that the hammers don't blink back at him like that one almost did. But thankfully he was pretty low enough or high enough.
I slowed down.
Alright, so now we got Tecate in 8-4. Meanwhile, GTAce is in 8-3. He's going for a flagpole glitch setup, so we're gonna see if he can actually get it. Alright, first room for Tecate. Alright, so he's just gonna go the intended strat. Not a bad idea. Go into the turnaround room. Alright, GTAce is heading into 8-4 as well with 1 life left. So this will either make or break the run for him. Tecate takes a hit on the fire bar. Alright, so now Tecate has to be careful here. Gonna take it safe on the photo booth there. And it's gonna be time for Tecate. No, don't do it. Alright. Alright, so alright, so now GTAce is in the final room with Fireflower. And gets hit by the Bowser, but doesn't matter. Time for him. GG's, everybody. That is Super Mario Brothers co-op Warpless. Hope you all enjoy the run, and you can pretty much see like what happens here in this category. So with that being said, on behalf of GTAce, RoyLT, Tecate, I am Supersonic. We are signing off. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out, y'all.